Hello my beautiful love goods, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I am building a container house. This is just a couple of containers that have been stacked onto each other. It's pretty common, I guess you could say, but I thought I would try my hand at building a container house that is influenced, you could say, by Japanese design. I'm not saying that this is a Japanese home or the actual architecture itself is inspired by Japan, but the design on the inside, like the furniture they use, just stuff like that, is just inspired. It's actually custom content for the most part. For the interior, I'm gonna just be honest with you. I used the Kyoto set by Felix. That's also the windows here. These windows here are by him. They're beautiful. Oh my goodness. I will leave a link down below to his Patreon. Definitely recommend checking out Felix's content if you have the means as well as just the desire to use custom content of that kind. You won't really regret it. It's beautiful CC. I genuinely love it, and yeah, it's just great. It's Max's Match. It's lovely. I've also used some content from a few other sets that Harry and Felix have collaborated on. So there's a few items from the Jardin set, the bathroom set, the kitchen set, just a few bits and bobs. But for the majority, it is from the Kyoto set by Felix. So yeah, it's beautiful. It's lovely. I love this house a lot. I just want to put a disclaimer out there. I'm genuinely not trying to claim that this is a Japanese home. I don't want to disrespect anyone's cultures by any means. It's just this is inspired by, like the interior for the most part is just inspired by, and the windows and stuff like that. It's just inspiration. So yes. It's a lovely little home. It's just a simple 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom container house. I built this on a 20 by 15 in Newcrest, just because I wasn't really sure where else I wanted to build it, because, Evergreen Harbor probably would have been a good place for it, but I don't know. It wasn't giving me the right vibe. So I tried building here and it worked out really well. I kept the landscaping to a pretty small amount, to be honest. I kept it fairly minimal, and I don't know, I just wasn't really in a landscaping mood this day, I don't believe, but also I thought that it just I feel like if I put a lot of landscaping, it would have taken away from the actual house itself. So I just placed a couple of trees and left it at that. Like, it wasn't because I was being lazy and didn't want to landscape, because sometimes landscaping is a lot of just placing the same old thing, but still, I thought it looked really, really nice in the end, and yeah, but it's actually a very interesting color scheme on the exterior, because I went with this like scarlet red, and the beams as well as that trim that looks pretty much just like the beams are from Eco Lifestyle, and then I just used some paneling from Eco Lifestyle as well on certain sections, and then of course the red paint on the exterior is just from the base game. So this little spot here is not really functional. Like, your Sims could access this spot, but they aren't going to use that door correctly. Like, that door won't function as a front door. So if you do download this house, you will have to fill that in, I guess, somehow. But I know that in Japanese homes, they tend to have like a little area. I don't want to say what it is, because I'm not for sure certain if I am correct in the word and the pronunciation, but it's just a little sunken area in the floor where you take your shoes off and you put on slippers or something, and it's just a sign of respect, and it's just very common there to do that. I know that a lot of a lot of people from a lot of other, countries in general tend to kind of make fun of Americans for wearing shoes in the house. And I'm like, you're not wrong. But it's weird, because growing up, like, I remember, just wearing socks throughout the house. I remember my mom not yelling, maybe a little bit yelling, but just, really being like strict and being like, stop running around in your sock feet. And I was like, oh, okay, so I would have to wear shoes or house shoes, like, because running around barefoot or in your socks would stain your feet. Yeah, I lived in the country, so I was outside a lot and would walk around in dirt and mud. So maybe that's what it was. Maybe my experience is just very unique and it doesn't really make sense to that conversation, but Yeah, and oh, by the way, the I was talking about the Kyoto set earlier. The windows, all the windows in this house, as well as the kitchen, except for I believe the stove and the stove is from the Jardin set, Halcyon set, the Halcyon set by Harry. That's it. I'm pretty sure that's what it's from. And then here, I actually forgot to hit record where I was placing a few items, so I just slowed down the footage and just did a little redo thing. But that table, that coffee table, I know that y'all are gonna ask because I would. The coffee table is from the London set by Felix, another really good set. I feel like out of all of Felix's sets, the London set I would recommend the most for just like everyday building, because I feel like it's really good for just simple modern homes. But I recommend all of his content because it's all flawless and beautiful, and y'all, it's life-saving, it's life-changing. And the only other CC creator that I used was Illogical Sims. It's honestly only the TV stand and the TV. That's it. The TV stand's from the SimKia, the furnishings pack, and then the TV is just from his Tiny Living add-on set. Genuinely, you don't need that. That's just because I wanted a slightly smaller TV, because basically with Tiny Living, there was those like bookshelf things that had like a TV built into it. And he took that TV and he separated it so that you could just use the TV itself. I love that TV because it's just the right size. Like, it's perfect. It's not too big. It's not too small. It's just right. But yeah. But here in the bathroom, these windows here are from Eco Lifestyle. And honestly, all I did was I just flipped them around with the little period and minus, not the period and minus, the period and comma key on my keyboard. I just flipped them around because I was like, I want to add a little bit of an interesting shape onto that section of the bathroom. And I thought that would be kind of interesting. This bathroom is really, really nice. I really, really like it. I don't know. It's something that I haven't built before, I will say. So yeah, I really enjoy it. But yeah, and I'm just adding some lights around and just a few things. So that toilet is from Tiny Living, and then the rest of like the sink and the shower there, that is from the bathroom set. And then of course there's some pieces from the Jardin set. And then of course this bathtub is from the beautiful Kyoto set. Did I mention that I used the Kyoto set? Yes, I did. I'm pretty sure I did. That wasn't honestly me joking. I was just making sure. But yeah, and then yeah, I tried to use the majority of that set because this bed is from there too. The side tables, that painting, the windows, the flooring is actually from Eco Lifestyle, and then of course the wallpaper kind of paint texture is from Felix's Florence set. It had the right colors, and I really enjoyed that about it for some reason. I don't know. Like, it didn't necessarily look like wood paneling, but it wasn't also just like flat paint. So yeah. And then I actually added a window from the bathroom set onto the exterior just to kind of emulate a window there, so it didn't like break the immersion too much, because I really was wanting to place a wardrobe, and I thought placing a wardrobe in front of windows just did not fly with me, so I just did that. But yeah, it worked out in the end. But and then I also do place a few items on that little balcony, as well as the rooftop. I added a rooftop to this house because I mean, it's flat. It's just asking to be, decorated. So I didn't go overboard. I just placed a few like places where your Sims can sit and relax. This bench here is from the Jardin set with the plants growing up on the ends. Love that thing so much. And then I placed a few of the planter boxes from the Jardin set as well. But yeah, definitely check out the links in the description down below. I will try to leave a link to everything that I pretty much used, and kind of leave a list and everything as well. But yeah, that is pretty much it. I hope you all enjoyed this build. Please let me know what you think about it down below. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, become a Lovegood. We're a crazy bunch of people here, but it's the good kind of crazy, don't worry. But anyways, I love you all so much, and yeah, that is pretty much it. Thank you all so very much for watching. Stay weird and beware of the nargles.